What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. What is going on, you guys? All right, what is going on? Now, before we get into anything else that we're here to discuss, let me let you guys know that today is the Whether You Like It or Not Beverly Hills panel. I just got done watching the Beverly Hills reunion just a minute ago, so I'll probably have more to add to the conversation than I have over the last couple of weeks. But however, we will be going live tonight on I think it's Really B's channel tonight. I want to say it's Really B's channel tonight. But make sure you guys tune in for that today. We always go live around 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 o'clock Central time, y'all. All right. So, I'm sorry. Thank you, JB. It's Yah. We'll be over on Yah's page this week. Not Really B, but Yah. We'll be over on his page this week. And then tomorrow we got the Chasing panel, of course. We'll be talking about the second episode of Chasing Dallas on tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm trying to debate on whether or not I'm gonna give you guys a Love and Hip Hop Miami review or not, because I really did not enjoy the episode when I tried to watch it yesterday, and I kept falling asleep on it. So I'm still, going back and forth about whether or not I want to do a review this week or just wait till next week and just put this week and next week's episode on the same review, because y'all know I'm over Love and Hip Hop Miami. Y'all know once I go from going live to doing pre-records on the show, y'all know I'm over it. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. You know what I mean? But that's about all that we got for now for any church announcements or any updates or anything like that. Y'all, as y'all can see, I'm off work today. And I decided to go on and get up. I went to bed last night. I got me some good rest and all that other good stuff. So I was just like, let me go ahead and get up, straighten up my room a little bit, get this bed together, all this other stuff, and just get on here and give you guys a good little, gossip, live, because I got some things to say. I got some things to talk about. Now, today's Yes for the Mess is pretty much all reality TV based. Like we'll be going into Married to Medicine, we'll be going into Housewives of Atlanta, and we'll be going into some Love and Hip Hop Atlanta tea. That's what we'll be talking about today. So this is mainly, reality, TV based commentary today. We'll be talking about mainly, I'm here to talk about Kenya Moore and Brit, and the backlash and all of the people that are pretty much, talking about it. And I'm seeing so many different opinions from people, and I really side eye folks. Been side eyeing all these opinions that I've been seeing on Twitter and things like that. And I just feel like, you know what, baby, I need to go up here and say what I got to say. Even though I already did my review and all this other good shit on Sunday, I got to get up and say what I got to say, because I just feel like people are not understanding what's going on. Like, we didn't say what we had to say on reviews. We said what we had to say on the panel, but it's just like, it's Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, I'm trying to keep myself an algorithm and shit. So I'm just going to talk about it as much as I want to, as much as I possibly can, because whenever I feel the need and whenever I get that feeling, I got to talk about certain things, y'all. Now, however, we almost we got over 100 people up in here already. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let me see. I just don't like the people shading us on YouTube. Who been shading us, child? Let me see. We're gonna start this. Y'all know I normally start this off at the 5-minute mark. So y'all gonna give me some time real quick. Oh, there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the mess, y'all. So we're gonna start this thing off with Dr. Heavenly. Now, Dr. Heavenly then came out and posted some receipts from Dr. Gregory about him not taking about people taking, about him not taking any more Dr. Damon's patients or something like that. I think he tried to deny it on a reunion or some shit like that, but whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that first. Okay, now Dr. Heavenly chose to drop these receipts. Now let's go into it. Now, where they at? Okay. Now, this is coming from the Bravo Shade Room, y'all. Now, it says that Dr. Heavenly dropped text receipts proving that Dr. Gregory lied about why he stopped seeing Dr. Damon's patients. So what we're going to do, I'm glad they got the clip of the reunion where we can listen in on what was actually said, and then we can come back and then talk about the receipts. Let me see what JB just said on Twitter. I've been seeing people. Yes, they have. They've been dragging my dear friend Aaron, and they've been dragging Binge-Worthy since yesterday. It's crazy. Oh, Jesus. But I already knew that was going to happen. But y'all, let's go ahead and get into this first, and then I'll be back. Hold on, y'all. There we go.
Your feelings, and you said, I'm not going to see your patients anymore. That's childish.
No.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, well, I guess you know exactly what happened.
Well, am I wrong?
You are very wrong. Like,
I'm right.
I stopped seeing those patients you're referring me because they were high maintenance patients and that they had
I don't think so.
Addiction.
Because it happened right when this thing happened. You're lying because you can't stand up as a man and just say when you're wrong. If you're doing something out of spite, just say it. Don't hide behind, that they were too hard for me.
That's my whole problem. You don't know anything about my practice. You were taking them for years and all of a sudden they got complicated. Why would I not see patients out of spite? I'm above that, sir.
He's such a oh my God, that is a child. Now you gotta say that. No. That's a bitch move there. That man needs to go. He has to go. Baby, your man disrespecting himself.
Listen, be quiet. Can I be like?
I'm sorry, but it's the truth, teacher, and you gotta be able to receive it.
No, you just need to be quiet.
I don't, teacher.
Okay.
You got mad and you got in your feelings and you said, I'm not.
Be quiet.
I don't, teacher.
Okay.
I think that's the problem in your household. Nobody is speaking except for him.
If you suddenly stop seeing referrals when you're in the midst of a disagreement, one could make that assumption.
1 + 1 = 2.
It's the truth.
Seeing the type of patient that he was referring me took a whole lot more energy and took a whole lot more resources. It really did.
Well, what is the standard given your relationship? If you weren't in this situation, would you have hit him up and said, hey man, like, thanks for the referrals, but like, I don't have the bandwidth for these patients. I mean,
that's exactly what I told him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Damn it. Really?
No, yeah,
I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you why I wasn't seeing your
patients. I don't sit up and tell lies.
Be quiet.
I don't, teacher.
Okay.
Okay. So that was the clip of them arguing at the reunion where Dr. Damon has said Dr. G has stopped taking his patients after everything that had went down with the wives and stuff like that, right? And then Dr. G said that that's not what happened. He didn't want to take his patients anymore because they were high maintenance. That's why he didn't want to take the patients, right? So that's when Dr. Damon said, you're lying. That is not what happened. You're lying, you're lying, you're lying. That's not what happened. And so, so then Dr. G kept saying that is what happened. That is what happened. But Dr. Damon kept saying that is not what happened at all. Like you stopped fucking with me when everything else had transpired with the wives and stuff like that. So Dr. G kept saying that that's not true. But Dr. Damon said that it is true. It all happened around this time. You were being petty about the situation. So I think a lot of what Dr. Damon wanted Dr. G to admit was that he was being petty during this whole situation in regards to him and everything else. So this is what Dr. Heavenly posted, right? So Dr. G said, I just saw your wife's post. It was very bizarre and malicious at the same time. I am not going to be seeing any more of your patients going forward. Okay. Okay. Then I think Dr. Damon responded with, I don't know about any post. That's your decision. So that's when Dr. G posted, the articles or whatnot.
Damon referring all patients. This makes this man hundreds of thousands of dollars, really. You know what I'm saying? The man looked at the tweet. He saw what his wife showed, but evidently he didn't see the tweet. His wife had been tweeting me. That's what the problem is. He didn't see that. He texted Damon, said, man, I saw your tweet. your wife's tweet. Have you seen your wife's tweet? It was malicious. It was bizarre. Some shit he said like that. And he said, based on that fact, I'm going to have to stop seeing your patients. I'm going to stop seeing your patients. Right? Black point blank period. So if he said anything differently, that's a brother tucking lie. Do we have any receipts, Stephanie? Do we have any receipts? I just want to know if we got them. Because my whole thing is my man don't be sitting up here lying. My man ain't just cheating, running his dick. Come on, y'all act like he Miss Lucy. Y'all been trying to tear this man down since the beginning of the time. You know why? Because of this. I hate to do it. Read it. I hate when people lie when there's a receipt like that. Don't send no fucking text. Now move it. Go sit up there and say, man, I never. They been referring on patients. This move it. Go sit up there and say, man, I never did that. That's why I lose respect for people, because already you talking to your wife crazy. We already know what you did to Quad. We already know. That's why King don't like you. That's why Damon don't respect you. That's what it is. Move it. Go sit up there and say, man, I never did that.
Okay. So that's the T. That is the lie that Dr. G told. He wasn't honest about why he didn't take the patients. Okay, I'll give you that. The only thing that I fault Dr. G for is not being real and not being honest about why he didn't want to take the patients. Because if you really want to be honest about the whole situation, and I don't like Dr. G by far for nothing, but I'm gonna tell you like this: you get on your social media and you call me up, oh, I'm not taking your motherfucking patients either. I'm not taking your patients either. So that's why I don't understand why Dr. G felt the need to not be honest about why he didn't take the patients. You didn't take the patients because of what Dr. Heavenly said, and you had every right not to take the patients. You should have been upfront about what it really was. And at the end of the day, just being honest here, Dr. G, according to the Yelp reviews, you ain't that much of a damn psychiatrist, if you ask me, based off the Yelp reviews, because people have been posting them on Twitter and shit like that. And y'all know Housewives Twitter is fucking brutal. Y'all do see them damn old videos of Brit Eady popping up, but that's another type for another situation. But at the same point in time, though, I just feel like if you like, this is why I always say, be honest and be real about the situation. You didn't want to take them patients because of what Dr. Damon's wife had to say about you. She called you a pedo. That's what she called you. And to be honest, that is more of a reason for you not to want to take anything that they give you. I wouldn't want to take it either. So that's the thing. So no, at the end of the day, you had every right to not want to take them, but don't get on a reunion show and lie about why you didn't want to take them. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you shouldn't have been honest at the end of the day. And it does nothing but fuck up your character, because now you're going to be known as a fucking liar at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And one thing about me, I never want to be called no liar, especially when I know I'm telling the damn truth. So it is what it is. You said in the text messages that you saw, you said in the text messages that you saw what Heavenly said, so I won't be taking your patients anymore. That's exactly what you said. That's exactly what you said. So man up and own up to what you said. See, this is why people can't be on your side, Dr. G, because there's a lot of folks that's on your side regardless. Now, I don't see how they on your side, but there's a lot of people that is on your side and is kind of taking up for you and like holding you down and having your back and all this other shit. Like I said, I don't know how, but at the end of the day, they are on your side. But stuff like this would make it difficult for a person like me to be on your side, because I'm a person that's all about honesty and truth. And if you're not going to tell the damn truth about how you feel about something, then you don't need to be around me. If that's how you felt, then that's how you felt. Don't sit on a reunion couch and sit up there and say, but that's not what I said. That's not what I did. That you lying. So if you're going to sit on the couch and lie about something very small and simple like that, then how can I trust you as my psychiatrist to take in my issues the right way or give me the right medication if you can sit up here and tell lies about that? Like, you got to think about it. You on a reality show? Yes, but you also got to take into account to what the fuck you doing. And hey, Nikki, you also got to take into account of what the fuck you doing and how the fuck you're doing it, is what I'm saying. You also got something, you also got a job to do and a profession to look after. And at the end of the day, if you want me to be honest, I wouldn't go to none of you motherfuckers to look after me as a damn doctor. I wouldn't want to go to none of y'all. To be honest, none of y'all could work on me. None of y'all could give me a pap smear if you could give me one. None of y'all could check my temperature. None of y'all can look at my teeth. None of y'all can have me sit on y'all couch and tell y'all my motherfucking problems. I wouldn't go to now one of y'all. Not none of y'all. And I'm just being real. Reality shows is a gift and a curse for your ass. The gift is it will drive some people to your it'll drive some people to your business, but then there's some people like me, it won't drive me to your business. Because if you're gonna lie, then I feel like you a lie about how much medication I need to take. If you're gonna get on here and act a damn fool, then that means you'll fuck up my teeth. If you're gonna get on here and do the things that you do, I won't go to Dr. Jackie, I won't go to Dr. Simone, I won't go to none of y'all. I wouldn't even go to Dr. Mimi just for being on the goddamn show. I wouldn't want to go to her ass either. I'm just telling y'all the damn truth, honey. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Y'all are here to entertain me. Y'all not here to work on nothing that got something to do with my body. I never forget it. It was probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, y'all. I went I had to go to the dentist about my wisdom, and somebody said, "You're not gonna go to Dr. Heavily," and I'm like, "Baby, no, Dr. Pauly, honey, Dr. Pauly on the South Side. That's who I'm gonna go to, baby. I ain't gonna touch my mouth. Period." Let me see. Wasn't that said in one of the reviews that G over medicate? That they did say that now. Somebody did say that. Someone definitely said that now. So I'm just being real with y'all. I'm just being honest. Like, no, absolutely not. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing. Hold on. Child, please, Greg, do what you do. Damon set the stage and gaslighted the fuck out of everybody. I personally don't give a frog's flying. T, I think you're missing the point. And I know that you don't like Damon and Heavenly, and that is absolutely fine. But T, take your biasness out of it and look at it like this. At the end of the day, Dr. G got every right to not want to take his patients, but you don't have to lie about why you didn't take them. You didn't want to take the patients because Dr. Heavily went on social media and called him a pedo. That's the reason why he didn't want to take the patients no more. So why get on the reunion and say, well, I didn't want to take your patients because they're too high maintenance? That's not the reason why you didn't want to take them. The reason why you didn't want to take them is because Dr. Heavenly said what she said about you. And to be honest, you got every right not to want to take them because of what she said about you. So why lie about it? That's all I'm saying, T. He don't got to take his patients. I don't blame him for not wanting to take his patients. My problem is that he lied about why he didn't want to take them. You got every right to not want to take them. But why get on here and say, oh, it's because they were high maintenance. It's because they were high. It wasn't because they were high maintenance. It's because Dr. Heavily lied on your ass, and that's why you didn't want to take them. So let's just be 100 about it. That's all I'm saying. And I don't like Dr. G, and I don't like Dr. Damon either. I don't like now one of their ass. So it ain't like I'm taking no side. Child, you sounding like them hounds calling me. I'm just saying, T, because you came up in here with your pow ready to go in on me, and I feel like you missed some of what I said. That's all I'm saying, friend. Let me see. Yelp reviews can be fake. How many people have spammed a business review due to an issue with his relationship with Choir? I mean, that's true too. I mean, two truths can coexist. So, but we're gonna move on to the next thing, and that is Sweet Tea and Simone. Now, why I still got this up here? Hold on, let me take this out. Sweet Tea and Simone. Now, she was saying that the cast doesn't hold Quad accountable in the group, and she feels as though she has to be silenced. Now, I know that my chat is full of Dr. Heavenly fans. I already know this, and you know I don't give a damn. I'm going to say what I got to say about it. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into what Sweet Tea got to say, her and Simone got to say about Quad. And y'all know I'm going to give y'all my opinions. And shout out to the 300 people that's in here, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Where we at? Okay, there we go. We right here.
Union was the first time that I saw any accountability from Gregory, because when you look at, you now see that King is in his feelings about your exchange with Quad. And one of the things that I don't know King, I'm not taking up for King, but one of the things that I respected about King was he was like, they have their issues that they haven't worked through yet.
Yes, but he got involved in their issues. And so if Quad is attacking Gregory, Gregory has a right to say something.
We all have the right to say whatever we want to, but we got to take responsibility when what we say is bad. How we say it.
But where was the accountability for it with Quad? I did not see y'all not one time hold that bitch accountable at all.
You did. You saw the green screens talking about she was drunk. Yes, you did. You just
that was commentary. That was not.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The very people that you're saying had a pack were also saying on their green screen, it was clear that she was tipsy.
How
could I have been more supportive?
Well, I think the issue is that we didn't really get a chance to have the moment to really hash it out. It was just kind of, I felt like everybody was trying to silence me, sweep it on the rug, and we weren't going to address it. So I didn't feel important because I felt like I was shushed all the time. And so I felt like, okay, well, am I not that important? I have a voice as well. And I didn't feel like I wasn't given a space. It was kind of like, well, let's not talk about it. Let's say, oh, well, you know.
So should you have said that to one of us in front of the camera?
I did say that.
You said what?
I did say that, you know, allow me to speak. And I would speak. I would try to speak. And then it would be like, okay, not right now. It would be like, not right now. And it would be a group effort. That would be like, well, read the room.
Back to Gregory.
Oh, yeah.
He was disappointed by the group.
He was very disappointed because he really felt like, you know, my friends ain't even speaking up for me. Like, they know my character. Like, I hang out with these guys on the weekend. Like, he was genuinely hurt.
Reunion was the first time that I saw.
Okay. So that is Sweet Tea and Dr. Simone, and they're talking about how the cast doesn't hold Quad accountable, or how nobody really holds Quad accountable. I'm just gonna go on and say it. I don't give a fuck how nobody feels. I'm gonna go on and say it. In this group, people do try to silence Sweet Tea. Her husband also tries to silence her. It's all the truth. Everybody can sit up here and say, well, Dr. G tried to told her to shut the hell up. He did. And she need to get that heat over there to him too. But I've seen several times when she would try to speak her piece about whatever she feels, they all be trying to tell her to shut up. They all be trying to tell her to shut up all the time. That's why my point is where it is, because I have seen them time and time again try to make this girl be quiet, like she not supposed to say nothing. Like everybody else can say whatever the fuck they. Because my thing is this: Heavenly can say what she want to say, and don't nobody tell her to shut up. Quad can say whatever she want to say, but can't nobody tell her to shut up. Simone can yell and scream as much as she fucking wants to, and nobody tells her to shut up. But when it comes down to Sweet Tea, they like to little girl her ass every single time. They do. And some of y'all don't like her, and that is fine. But they do try to little girl her. I've seen them do it. Which is probably why she feels comfortable sitting on her YouTube saying what the fuck she wants to say. Because she can't say it in that group. They do not tell them to shut up. Like, y'all just a bunch of Heavenly and Quad stands, and that is absolutely fine. But y'all can sit up here and pretend like y'all don't see it if you want to. I have never heard nobody tell Heavenly shit. Heavenly gets on it. I have never seen nobody tell Heavenly shit. Heavenly get up there and say all kinds of disparaging ass shit about everybody in this group on her YouTube 24/7, and no one says nothing. But what they do is they choose to forgive and walk away from the situation and be friends with her ass in the next season. y'all don't see the double standards because it is double standards in this group. That's all I'm saying. It is double standards in this group. And I see right through the double standards. Come on now. You ain't gotta like Sweet Tea. Y'all ain't gotta like Sweet Tea. Y'all ain't gotta like her at all. But they do try to little girl that damn girl. Period. They try to little girl her. To be honest, they kind of do Sweet Tea the same way they used to do Toya. They don't think that Sweet Tea is any of importance to this group. Toya used to get that same smoke all the time. Anytime Toya would say, because it's just like this. Simone right now, she real tight with Toya, but she used to dismiss Toya all the time. Like Dr. Heavenly used to call her dumb. Like they all felt like Toya was very small compared to everybody else. Wasn't it just a whole segment calling for Heavenly to watch what she says on YouTube? And has she watched what she said on YouTube? No. Has she watched what she said? Aren't they still taking her shit? Are they not telling her to stop saying? Because they can say whatever they want to say, but they don't do anything to try to change shit. They allow, like, they can sit up there and tell her what they don't like about what she say on YouTube, but in the same breath, they'll still take her back, but they won't do that for certain people. They didn't do it for Quad. They was ready to kick Quad out the fucking group for some, even for some smaller than that. Heavily then got on national on the internet saying all kinds of shit about them. And they allow it. They let it go. They move on. They feel like Quad slighted them for the Sister Circle girls, and they were ready to kick her out the group. So they can tell her as much as they want to, but they still don't try to shut her up. They still allow her to be in this fucking group. It is a double standard. It's a double standard. And it is specific to T. I don't care what y'all say. They try to little girl her all the time. Like I said, they do that shit to certain people. They did that shit to Toya. And now they're doing it to Sweet Tea. But however, anytime somebody say something, I don't care who they've known longer. The fact is, it's a double standard. That's the point that I'm calling out. Y'all just don't want to hear it because y'all don't like Sweet Tea, and that's fine. Y'all can have as many opinions as y'all want to. But the fact is the fact. It's a double standard. It's a double standard. And y'all can deny it all y'all want to. It's a double standard. They did Toya like that, like I said already, and they doing Sweet Tea the same way. When they feel like you don't hold any importance to the group, they treat you a certain way. And Mariah did it to all of them. And y'all know I called Mariah out for years. I was the only one who called her out on her shit. When a lot of these other folks was Team Mariah, I was the only one who was calling her out for her bullshit. The only one. One of the few that did not like Mariah, that saw right through her ass. Let me see. Scotty, you're not wrong, but she's taking out her frustrations for her husband on this cast, and that's the real issue. She can't stand up to him, and that's her biggest problem. Okay, and I agree with that too, but that doesn't change the fact that those women treat her a certain type of way too feisty. Y'all keep on talking about Dr. G. We're not talking about Dr. G at this moment. We're talking about the cast. And while she's taking her frustrations out, while she needs to give the smoke to her husband, okay, they still treat her wrong, though. It don't matter what you're talking about. Two truths can coexist at the same time. She need to get her husband that smoke, and she also need to get him the fucking smoke at the same time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. I agree. But the two truths can coexist at the same time. It is what it is. Hold on, let me see. But y'all want to get mad at me when I speak the truth, though. Let me see. Who says she's being abused at home? I wish I would stop that ish too. Y'all have zero proof that he's done anything to her physically to her. Plus, not Quadisha and Greg were both arrested for DV. Exactly. It doesn't negate the fact that the group disrespects Sweet Tea and shuts her off. And that's all I'm saying. I ain't taking away from nobody's opinion. If you feel like she's taking out her frustration due to her husband, that could be a little true. They're absolutely correct. She does need to give her husband the same smoke. But that doesn't negate the fact that these women treat her a certain way. That's all I'm saying. Some of y'all act like two truths can't coexist. Because they can. They can. They can coexist. But anyway, I'm finna move on from this. Let me see. Let me take this down. Let me see. Y'all aren't doing her any favors pretending that Greg treats her okay. Y'all love her so much, but that's who y'all really need to defend her against. She spends very little time with Quad. Not Sweet Tea, Two Fights. I believe you talking to the people in the comments, and that's what I'm gonna chalk it up to, because I have defended her against Greg. And I was one of the main people that said that the way that Greg treats her ain't right. I've said that. But I could say that and also say that the people in this group also don't treat her right either. Again, both points are true. How he treats her is fucked up, but how that group also treats her is fucked up too. Two truths can coexist. But like I said, I'm moving on from this because everybody get up in their feelings when this Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly shit comes up. Anyway, moving on. Now we're going into some love and hip hop stuff. Now let's talk about Karlie Redd. Now apparently Karlie Redd, the same man T-Lo, has the same man that she been with on Love and Hip Hop this past season, named T-Lo. She been talking about this man all season, talking about how in love she is for him. She about to go through IVF for him and stuff like that, and have a baby and all this other shit. You know, all that. That's what she been saying all season. But apparently her and this man are going through a divorce already. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into it because the Shade Room then put this out here already. So let's talk about it. Now, this is what was said. Love and Hip Hop star Karlie Redd is single again after divorcing her ex-husband, T. Da Vinci. According to court documents, Karlie has been awarded temporary spousal support for $18,537.50 a month. No, $18,537.50 a month. T-Lo was ordered to stay away from his ex and have no contact with her. If you recall, the two got engaged in June of 2024. Records state that he was arrested and charged with simple battery and family violence in February. T-Lo allegedly Karlie in the chin with a closed fist during a domestic altercation when he accused her of just getting home. He also threw two phones at her No, threw 2 phones on the ground and later apologized. He was booked and released on a $2,000 bond. Okay, so there we go with the court documents right here. Now, these are the court documents in the situation. And these are the court documents. Now, let me see. Where we at? Oh, so these come from Tasha K because she the one who put them out there. Now it says that the matter came before this court on March 13, 2025. Petitioner Tilo, having appeared, represented Chanel M. Payne and responded Carly Lewis, having appeared, represented Randall M. Kessler and Aisha James, and the court having considered the pleadings, evidence presented, and argument of counsel, testimony from both parties, applicable from, I think I said that wrong, but from Georgia law, the court hereby grants wife's motion for temporary relief ordering and orders that husband stay away from and have no contact with the wife and to pay the wife temporary support of $18,000 per month beginning March the 15th, 2025 and continuing the 15th day of each month thereafter until further order of this court. The court may revisit the temporary support at the 60-day status conference. All other issues, including the attorney's fees, are reserved until further order of the court or written agreement of the parties. It is so ordered this 13th day of March 2025. Okay. So that's the affidavit for the arrest. That's the criminal warrant right there. Okay. What else is going on? And there go the charges right there. It was for family violence. The bond was $2,000. That also came from his own site. So that was everything that is going on with Miss Karlie Redd and this man. Now, let me go ahead and tell y'all this real quick. Okay, let me tell y'all this real quick. If y'all watch my Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review, y'all know how I feel about Karlie and how pathetic I felt she was for begging this man to stay on that damn trip. Let me tell y'all something. Karlie is in her 50s. Let's start there. She's in her 50s, which means she needs to sit her ass down and stop rushing to be with some man that she barely knows. Right? Now, this ain't me dumping on her because DV is DV, and I would never sit up here and bash anybody for going through DV. You know, I grew up with that in my household, so I get it. But here's my thing about the situation, though, Karlie. He was too young for you. You barely knew him. You a grandmother. You should be able to make better choices than what you make. And I mean, that's the truth of the matter. You should be able to make better choices. You show your insecurity all the time. And then not only do you show your insecurity all the time, but you show how boy crazy you are, and you're 50. No one is boy crazy unless they're in there. You only boy crazy when you're a teenager. But your ass is boy crazy as a 50-year-old. You was just with Kai last year. Well, the year before that, and now you just got with this Tilo boy. You were stalking his baby mama or ex or whatever it was, you know, doing all that weird shit. And now here we are. Here we are. We going through a divorce already. Karlie need to be by herself. And that's just the truth of the matter. Karlie needs to be by herself. Karlie needs to learn how to love herself. Karlie needs to find herself, need herself, love herself, because she just sounds silly to me. And I really feel bad for her in the sense because it's like you looking for the wrong shit. You looking for the wrong shit. You know, like you're not looking for a man. You looking for somebody that you looking for a man, not even a man. You're not looking for nothing. Like you're looking for somebody that your daughter could be dating. And that ain't no good look, Karlie. It's not a good look, Karlie. It's not a good look. To be honest. I wouldn't even want to be with somebody like that. I wouldn't even want to be with nobody that's gonna put their hands on me and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Karlie does things that make herself look fucking crazy all the time. And she keeps on doing it. And I just be like, what exactly are you gonna do in regards to these type of situations, Karlie? Are you going to continue to just do this? That's all I'm saying. Like, are you going to continue to constantly play yourself? Because Karlie play herself all the time. She keeps playing herself. And it's like, girl, what we doing? And why are we doing it? Like, what we doing? Why you keep playing yourself like that? It's weird. 5 guys too high. Y'all, I'm on here trying to get y'all commentary and order my food all at the same time. But it's crazy. Karlie just need to grow up, though. Like, I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Karlie need to grow up. She just needs to grow up. For real. Grow up. Find a man your age. Find a man that really, really fucks with you. Find a man that, find a man. Just because I'm working on my cooking don't mean I can't order no food. But yeah, it's like, girl, what? It's crazy. I really don't know what to do right about now. But it is what it is. You know, but when I saw her on that episode last night on Love and Hip Hop and how she was chasing behind him and all this other shit, it's crazy. But I just need for Karlie to just realize too that you got a whole lot of baggage in you and you need to go to therapy and get that shit corrected and get it right because it's not a good look for you. And you got a daughter and a granddaughter. They ain't got nobody to look up to because you're the grandmother to the thighs. And don't nobody want to look up to nobody like that, Karlie. Nobody. And that's all I got for that. Moving forward, where we at? So we're gonna go ahead and get into the next topic, and that is Shamea and Porsha. Now I know we've been talking about that quite a bit, but I mean, like I said, the Real Housewives of Atlanta is on, so we got to discuss it. So on this previous episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we saw Shamea play her song for the people in the group, and Porsha sat up there and said that wasn't her, that was Drew and all this other shit, right? But we also saw in the episode before that how Miss Diane, Porsha's mama, was trying to insinuate that Shamea was not being a true friend of Porsha in a sense, right? Now, Shamea's mother had some things to say about Miss Porsha and Miss Diane. Okay, now Shamea mama had some shit to say. Now we're gonna get into what Shamea had to say about how she felt about Porsha talking over her music and not respecting her gift. Now we're gonna get into that first before we get into the mama, because I ain't even seen what the mama said yet, but I know it's in there. Now, first of all, before we even get into anything, first of all, I am not big back and I ain't gonna be big back, baby. I take a walk every day. I exercise every goddamn day. I do everything I'm supposed to be big back, not to be big back, okay? So don't do that, honey, okay? But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into what Shamea is talking about, y'all. Let's take a listen.
Dinner and I play my music for everybody. Is this you? No, that's not her. That's Drew. People are talking over it, not respecting my music. Okay. I don't know your singing voice. You gotta listen. That was hurtful. Especially seeing as though Porsha's a good friend of mine, and I would have thought she, would have at least let the people hear the song. Are you on it? Porsha. And the fact that, it was like a thing, like, oh no, this is Drew's song, stop. Why would I be playing Drew's song when I've been singing since I was able to talk? I don't know. That's crazy. I wouldn't get on this platform and promote somebody else. I mean, I'll support other people, but as far as promoting, I'm promoting my own damn music. This is what I do. Why do I feel like it's a diss track? I talked to her about it, and as long as you got my back, I got yours. Yeah, y'all gonna have to you'll see how that all unfolds. But I hope you like Never Had. I mean, it seems like the people that did get to hear it on last night's episode, they liked it.
Shamea, your song is amazing. Wouldn't we all agree?
Yes, it's great. Yes.
They enjoyed it, and I'm only here for the people that are supporting and showing love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for those that supported it and all to the dinner. And I played my music for everybody.
Now let's get into it. Now, Shamea, I need for you to understand this clearly. And I love me some Shamea. Y'all know that I've been going up for Shamea all season. She's my MVP. But I'm gonna tell you just like this: that girl ain't your damn friend. And when you realize that, it's gonna be very much so better for you. She's not your Porsha ain't your friend. Porsha is a hater. And I've been trying to tell people that for the longest, but everybody want to get mad with me. Every time I tell the truth, people want to get mad with me. But it's all facts though. That girl is a hater. That girl don't want to see you shine. And we already knew before when it first got announced that you got a peach, I said Porsha gonna show her ass. And that's exactly what she doing. And like I told y'all, you ain't gotta believe me. But now that I'm in Atlanta, I got sources. And now that I've interview people from these shows, and sometimes sometimes people tell me shit and all this other stuff. I be knowing what be going on. And at the end of the day, like I told y'all, watch the rest of this season. There would not be no scene with Porsha and Shamea by themselves until they sit down and have that damn conversation that we saw in the damn trailer when they were sitting up there talking about their friendship. The last scene that we're going to see with them by themselves is that scene at that damn strip club, because Porsha did not want to shoot with Shamea no more because of the fact that she felt like Shamea was setting her up with Kelly. That is the reason why. Watch what I say. Because guess what? A lot of shit that I told y'all over the summertime that was going on this show, we're seeing it happen. Just know that I know what I'm talking about, okay? That girl is not Shamea's friend. And I'm not one of those people that's sitting up here trying to pit them against each other. I've already seen it for what it really is. I've already seen it for what it was from season 9, when she sat up there and she allowed Sheree and Phaedra to perpetuate them damn lies about her and Candy fucking. I seen it then. So no. Absolutely not. Porsha ain't no friend. And there would be no friend of mine that could ever play a song in front of me and I'm questioning if it's them on the record. Y'all know how many friends I got that do music. If Tramiel sat in front of me and played a song, I wouldn't dare sit up there and shit on his gift. If Carl sat up there and played a song, I would never sit there and shit on what he got going on and make it seem like it ain't him, or because it sounded like somebody else, that means it sounded good. Like that ain't nothing. That's some hateration shit in this dancery. Like that was very mean. Like if you supposed to be friends with somebody, then you be friends with them. That's not what you do. Porsha ain't shit. Porsha ain't shit. And I've been saying she ain't shit. And the Porsha stands hate me, baby. The Porsha stands hate Scotty. They do. They've always hated me. And I don't give a damn, honey. Yeah. Y'all know I don't give a damn, honey. I don't give a shit about them hating me. Because I'm gonna call her out for what it is. Okay. So yeah. So that's the part. And I get that Shamea is hurt by is hurt by a lot of the stuff that Porsha has done this season. And there's another person that was out here trying to tell y'all about Shamea and Porsha not being cool. Her name is, y'all know I love to say her name like this, LaKeisha Keisha. LaKeisha Keisha told y'all that, and y'all want to act like she was lying. Now LaKeisha Keisha told y'all that they weren't cool. And a lot of the shit that LaKeisha Keisha was saying, I said it too. She in Atlanta too. People talk. People talk. People gonna run their mouth. People gonna tell us shit. And it's up to us to put it out there. There's a lot of stuff that I ain't said. Okay, it's a lot of stuff that I ain't said. It's a lot of stuff that'll blow your motherfucking mind if I ever said it on here. But I don't give y'all a little bit of nuggets that actually sticks to the story at hand. But there's a lot of shit that I know. But however, yeah, Shamea just needs to know that that's not her damn friend. And this damn reality show that they're on is just a test to their damn friendship, period. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that girl ain't supportive of you. She's not supportive of you, Shamea. You coming on her show because she already thinks it's her platform. You're coming on here now. So it's like, but let's get into Shamea's mama. Let's get into Mama Morton, honey, as she speaks on Miss Diane telling Porsha to watch the dog that brings the bone. Let's get into Mama Morton, honey.
Just got to continue to pray for people and
that despitefully misuse you, because that's exactly what it is.
but guess what? We just keep it pushing. We just dwell on the good things and the positive things in life and just,
Yeah, that's what we do. The whole episode was good, except for a few things that I kind of lifted my eyebrows to. And I had to kind of take it to the Lord in prayer, because when I get offended, I be offended because I don't raise y'all to do that. Or that whom I call my friend back in the day, my best friend back in the day, Diane, she's kind of offended me when she said to Porsha, be careful as to the dog that brings the bone. And it was directly talking about you. And I was really upset about that. And the reason being is because, first of all, I would never, if I know that there's a direct conversation, flip the script, and she was out with you and talking to you and sharing the friendship situation and what had happened with the other girls. And I came and I told Porsha about it. And then Sarah comes on the scene and says to you,
we just got to continue to pray for people and
that this on the scene and says to you, be careful as to the dog that brings the bone. So you literally just called my child a dog when I know how I've taught my children to be very loyal. I know how you are, of course, y'all are good friends. You're very loyal to her. And I've always hoped that she was the same way. We reciprocated what was given. Really had a problem with it because I know I didn't raise a dog. And I always raised y'all to say, tell the truth to your friend. This is your friend. You would have wanted her to do the same thing. But
absolutely, like I would have felt some kind of way if someone was talking about me to her and she didn't tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I'm
like, I only operate on how I would want somebody to operate with me.
Yes.
And it's like, well, dang, if I hadn't told her, then they would have found a problem with that. I don't know. That was like to me, that was a lie. I just wouldn't have. I've never heard you talk nasty about Porsha or any of them. So
that's just not what we do. But at the end of the day, when you class somebody as a dog, I got a problem with that. I really do. There's nothing on the scene that says to you, dude. There's nothing like that. Yeah, like you said on the show. I thought that was so cute.
Yeah.
So your snapback was really nice.
Thank you, Mom.
But like I say, in a situation like that, we have to pray, take it to the Lord in prayer, because if you dwell on it too long, self will get involved and you want to retaliate. But at the end of the day, you take situations.
Yeah, I'm not even going to, retaliate for what? Like, you taught us better than that. I'm not going to go after somebody's mom, and I'm definitely not going to. I just don't have it in me. I mean,
who has that kind of energy?
I like fun shade, which is what Angela and I do.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
That was cute shade.
Yeah, it's funny, But the thing is, I just don't like, when you're being nasty and mean spirited. It's not coming from a good place.
It doesn't.
And I'm not gonna be a part of it. It is what it is,
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I really feel like Porsha would have wanted you to do the same thing to her, or vice versa. Y'all have always been like that. Y'all have always shared with each other, saying whether it was coming from somebody else, y'all talked about it.
Yeah,
as you should.
Yeah,
as you should do.
Tell you, I talk.
Now let's go back and look at this scene one more time, y'all. Let's go back and look at it.
To Shamea, and she was like, I want to take you out, I want you to have fun. So I was just like, okay, because how do you know you're healed if you're only by yourself? You have to be amongst other people.
Right.
Girl, she went telling me she met with Karlie and Brit. The girls was just talking about me the whole time. And I was just there like, this is not fun. Like, I don't want to hear about hating women or whatever.
Why would she want to tell you everything that somebody's saying something that's negative and she's trying to make you feel better? How does that go together? I know you don't want to hear you and Shamea have been friends since y'all was in high school, but you got to watch the dog that brings the bone. You're going through a freaking divorce.
I think she was in a position where she felt the need to take up for me in a way, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Tell you.
Okay, now there's a comment that I see, and this is, and I feel like I need to say something about it. Not a comment that I see in my comment section, but over here on the Bravo Shade Room, y'all. Okay, We're approaching 500 people, you guys. So if you haven't liked the video, go ahead and do so. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right. Now, where am I at? Okay. So the comment that I see on the Bravo Shade Room is this right here, y'all. It says, y'all did see Porsha take up for Shamea when her mama said that. That's a normal reaction for a mom to say. She wasn't calling her a dog. She's saying beware of the person that brings you gossip. They sat around and listened to, because why they feel so comfortable speaking ill towards Porsha when everyone knows they grew up together, basically. I feel like that's bullshit, because for a person to come up under there and say something like that, obviously ain't never watched the show before. Because you could say the same thing about why did Sheree and Phaedra feel so comfortable with saying the things that they said about Porsha, knowing that she grew up with Shamea. I mean, why would they feel so comfortable sitting there with Porsha talking about Shamea when she grew up with her? You feel what I'm saying? So why is it that some of y'all cannot grasp how Porsha is not being a real true friend to Shamea at all? We've seen her not be one, and that's why I have always not understood why people think that Porsha is the victim in this whole situation with Shamea when she is not one. She's not the victim. She's never been the victim. So I'm trying to understand, what the fuck? Why? Why? Porsha has sat there and allowed folks to say shit about Shamea constantly, and I've always seen Shamea defend Porsha. Okay? Because there was a scene where somebody said, oh, she sat there and let the candy coated clique talk about Porsha behind her back. That ain't true, because she sat up there and she defended Porsha to them. I'm trying to see if I can find the actual clip here, because I've seen her defend Porsha several different times. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can find it on YouTube real quick so I can go back to it. Let's see. I don't see it here, because they had the clip where Shamea was actually there and she was defending Porsha to them. I never forget it, because Don Juan was up in there saying the shit that he was saying. It was Don Juan and Carmen. They was like, listen, I would never talk about Candy in front of y'all. Porsha is my friend, so please don't talk about her in front of me. Like, she literally said that, and people still be trying to make it sound like she has never really just had never had her back at all. If anything, Shamea has always had Porsha's back, and I feel like it is what it is, you know. Let me see. Scotty, why do you think they're still hanging out at this time? Is it them they have the same friend group? They're all friends with Yandy. They're all friends with Lena. They're all friends with Quad. They friends with Candy. You know, they hang in the same friend groups. So that's the reason why they're still like cool with one another, because they're all in the same friend group. Let me see. Shamea was standing up for Porsha against the women trying to speak poorly of her. Y'all fans might not notice it, and I am Porsha's biggest fan, but what she did was wrong. And that's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. But Porsha ain't no friend to nobody but herself. And that's what people got to realize. No, it's no victim, and it's not really a villain either. But the truth is the truth, and Porsha is not a true friend. Thank you for the super chat. She's not a true friend to Shamea. And Shamea is a damn fool for still allowing herself to be in her presence, knowing that she's not a true friend. And that's just the truth. Those are the facts of the matter. She's not a good friend to that girl at all. Never been. But we can go ahead and move on to the last topic of the day. And that is the thing that everybody's talking about. And that is Kenya and Brit Eady. Let's talk about that real quick, y'all. It's been a lot of talk about this. We've been talking about this since last summer when the shit first went down. And we're about to talk about it once more, okay? Because there's been a lot of talk on social media, lot of talk on the blogs. You know, I know that Binge Worthy and Aaron, they did a video together the other night, which I am offended that now one of them called me over to Aaron's apartment to do the damn video with them, because they would have gave some more insight, and I would have been the opposer. Okay, I don't know why they ain't called me, but whatever. But me and Aaron gonna do a video. I intend on doing a video with Aaron the week of this next episode come out. Me and Aaron gotta come together and do something for that, because I know we're gonna be going at it about it. But y'all, that's besides the point. But however, the talk of it has been, everybody been going in about this whole situation, y'all. There's been so many different opinions going on. So Kenya Moore, she put this out here. She said, "It's so painful to see my storyline being told by someone else. With that being said, I really appreciate Kelly being so kind and supportive to me. I may be a lot of things, but I'm not bulletproof. Praying the world will see what provoked me to take the actions that I took. Being the longest standing RHOA member, threatened with whips and pistols by a newcomer 3 weeks into filming. Seeing this obsession play out is scary. I wanted protection and assurances that the threats would be taken seriously. I may be strong, but I am not bulletproof." Okay? Now, let's get into some things right here. Let me put the thing back up here. Hold on, y'all.
No peasants. You're going to be respectful around here. And if you don't know, you're going to learn today. Today is the day you're going to learn. Oh, these bitches, I don't play these games. Kenya, you riding with us? Oh, you going now? Yeah. Oh, sure. I'm sitting in the back. You can drive me. I'm Miss Daisy. I got you, honey. She's just one of those type of people where she wants to keep poking and being dismissive, being manipulative. Where you go? Thongs back here. Where you see a thong? What? Oh, yeah, she said thongs. Nah, don't act like I got some hoochie mama dirty thongs in there. She's talking about guns. She for real? She was talking about I still got my pistol on me. This girl is a problem. She gotta go. She gotta go for real. She got a little hype. So I'm gonna go. No, please let her do something to me so she can go. That fake Hollywood. No, this is real.
Okay, y'all. So that was the benediction. Shout out to the 500 people that's up in here. Shout out to you guys. Y'all are coming back, honey. Where y'all been? You know, I've been getting 500 people in my lives and stuff lately. That goes back to how it used to be, you know, before I moved. What's going on? I must be back in the algorithm, honey. But either way it goes. Oh, my DoorDash is on the way. Check as it is, honey. But anyway, let's talk about it. Now, everybody's been going in about Kenya and Brit. And I gotta say that I'm a little bit disgusted by some of the things that have been said. I can't lie to you. Like, if it wasn't, I can't be Scotty if I didn't tell y'all the truth. I'm a little disgusted now. I'm gonna tell y'all. I, by no means, am Team Twirl. Never been Team Twirl. Never been Team Kenya. I remember when she first came on the show, I would drag Kenya for filth on every review. I would drag her all the time. I would drag her. That was back when me and Kenya Reeves were friends. Like, we were both dragging her down every single time. Season 5, I was dragging her. Season 6, I was dragging her. Season 7, I was dragging her. Season 8, season 9, season 10, not really. But I was dragging her quite a bit for years. But right now, I just got to be honest with y'all. There's nothing to drag Kenya about. There is nothing to drag Kenya about at this moment. There's nothing to drag Kenya about. Nothing. Because she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything to this woman. Brit was fixated on Kenya from the very motherfucking beginning. And y'all saw it with your own 2 eyes. But some of y'all just don't like Kenya. And y'all just don't care to see that she was wrong first. She did not do nothing to Brit. She ain't do a damn thing to Brit. She came in there, she spoke to her. Brit felt slighted by her. Or whatever. Okay? She felt slighted by Brit at the end of the day. I mean, she felt slighted by Kenya for no reason. She talked about it on episode 2. She talked about it on episode 3. And here we are in episode 4. Here we go already. Let me take my shades off. We're not. Have we made it to the episode where Kenya retaliated at yet? No. We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about what's going on right now. When we get to how she when we get to that episode, we'll speak about it then. But right now, we're talking about what Brit did. We're not talking about what Kenya did right now because the episode ain't aired. This ain't the kind of channel. I talk about things as it goes along. I'm not talking about what Kenya did at that point. Until we get to that point, we're not discussing it. When we get to that point, we're definitely going to talk about it. But right now, we're not there. What we're talking about right now is what's going on with Brit and Kenya and how Brit lit the damn match. That's what we're talking about. And what we're talking about right now is how people are trying to sit up here and make it seem like Brit was not in the wrong and that Brit did not threaten that lady. She did. Brit started with that lady. Brit started with that lady, and we could sit up here and act like she didn't if we want to, but Brit started with that lady. She started from episode 1. She started from episode 1. I don't care. She did. Episode 2, she kept talking about it. Episode 3, she kept talking about it. In episode 4, she was talking about it again. Talk about the snooty energy, this type of energy, all that other energy. But yeah, every time you was in a scene with Kenya, it was never no smoke. And we already know what Kenya can give, and we know what she can be. We know that she can be shady as hell. We know she can be dismissive. We know that she can be all that. But in these particular scenes with Kenya and Brit, Kenya did not give Brit none of that shit. That's what we need to realize. She didn't give her none of that shit. So for her and somebody, I ain't got time. However, when they sat at that table and Kenya said that she can speak to everybody with respect, that should have been the end of it. But Brit kept coming for her. Okay? Let me see. So what Brit said was wrong. Y'all can never come to Florida. Brit had threatened her. Brit said never said she was going to use it on Kenya. Please know what a threat is, y'all. As a matter of fact, I think you should know what the hell a threat is. Because there's a such thing as a direct threat and there's a such thing as an indirect threat. Know that. So since we're coming into this chat with our degrees and we know every fucking thing, I'm going to let y'all know that there's two types of threats. There's a direct threat and there's an indirect threat. And when you sit up here and say, I got my pistol, why are you telling me that you got your pistol? It's because you intend on using it. What you think? It's just like if I sat at work and I got into an argument with someone and I said, I f you up. I mother ass. Well, as a matter of fact, no, let me change it around. If I was at work and I got into an altercation with somebody that was like not a physical, but a verbal altercation, and I got so upset and I got so mad where it's like I'm talking to another person and I'm saying, I will f this mother up. I will beat his mother ass. I will do all that. That's a threat. That's me saying what I'm going to do. I ain't saying it to them. I'm saying it to another person. That's an indirect threat. I'm letting you know that I'm capable of fucking you up. And if you come in my damn presence, I will fuck you up. And if someone at work told a manager what I said, I would get fired or I would get suspended from work for making a threat of violence towards someone. Let's not act like we're dumb. Let's not act like we're dumb here. Let's not act like we're stupid since we got our degrees and we know every fucking thing. This has been many times I got pissed off at work and I made certain remarks saying, I will this month. I said it many times and everybody would tell me to shut up. Don't say that because if the wrong person hear you say it, they're going to take it to the office and they're going to fire you. That's a threat. That's a threat. Y'all just don't like Kenya. That's a threat. I was in a situation with my cousins. I went over there to visit my cousins and they got into a whole argument. This boy went and said, that's why I got, like he came over there. He already came over there aggressively trying to fight us. That's number one. But then he went to his damn car talking about, I got my pistol. And we saw it. Did he use it? No. Did he say he was gonna shoot us with it? No. But he said he had it and he had it in his hand. So that is a threat. And I took it as a damn threat. You don't come to me talking about you got a gun, you got a pow pow, and all this other stuff. Why are you telling me that? Why do I need to know you got that? That's a threat to me. I don't care how you feel. What she said posed a damn threat. Anybody would have took it as a damn threat. I don't understand how some of y'all can sit up here and hear someone say something like that and then say that that was no threat to Kenya's life. Yes, the fuck it was. Are you serious? And Kenya was simply walking the fuck away from her. And she was still, and then do you not see how weird that was? Kenya way over there, this girl steady screaming out obscenities and saying how she'll pull out her stuff and all this other shit. Like, you don't think that that's weird? But yet now we want to sit up here and talk about what Kenya did in response on Sunday when that ain't even came on yet. We'll get to that bridge when we get to it. But right now we on Peach Street right now. We're not over on the Mississippi River right now. We on Peachtree Street. We on Marietta right now. We ain't out that way yet. So wait till that part come up. What we're talking about right now is the start of the whole beef. And the beef of it all is the fact that Brit came at Kenya first. Been coming at Kenya, been trying to have a situation with Kenya, been trying to do that. But y'all don't want to stay on the south side where I'm at right now. Y'all want to go up here to Alpharetta when we ain't even made it there yet. Y'all don't want to stay in College Park and shit where I'm at. Y'all want to go up there. Y'all want to go up there to Duluth and we ain't even made it there yet. Y'all don't want to be out here on the south side where I'm at, but y'all want to take y'all ass way over there to Smyrna, and we ain't even made it there yet. Wait till we get there Sunday. Brit started this shit. Brit been coming for Kenya since episode 1. I don't know why y'all acting like y'all don't see that. Y'all got to be for real. It's a lot of shit that I said that could be posed as a threat. If I got on here and I was arguing with somebody on YouTube, that's why I don't beef with people on YouTube. Because see, the thing is, I'm all about being in your face. And see, the thing about it is, I'm not going to get on YouTube and say what I'm going to do to you and how I fuck you up and all this other stuff. I ain't going to never say all that because I know y'all going to record this and take it to the police. I say to your face. You ain't gonna never catch me on here doing nothing. So let's be clear. Tasha, what did I do with Monique and Candace? What exactly did I do? Please tell me. What did I do? Because see, you see, y'all been trying me today. And y'all got me on the right day today. What exactly did I do with Candace and Monique? Because let's be clear, when Monique on season 4 said that I'll drag you, that was a threat right then. And I don't give a fuck where you're from. I would say whatever I want to say to anybody's face. It don't give punk over here. I don't say things behind computer screens. I say it to your face. And I ain't even no fighter like that, but please, the shit's crazy. Y'all are really crazy to me. Like, I don't understand how y'all don't see how some people don't see that. Like, are you serious? There's a such thing as threatening someone, and there's a such thing as provoking someone. Monique said, I'll drag you, season 4. If you don't want to fight, and if a person look at you and say, I'll drag you, and you don't want to fight, walk away. At the end of the day, I don't know what this Tasha person is even talking about, but it don't make no sense. I just feel like there's somebody that just wants to argue and do all the other stuff. Because see, here's the thing. You want to defend Brit, but what is there to defend? Brit was wrong for what she did. Brit was wrong for that. You don't threaten nobody because you feel like they pat you on your back. That's not a reason to threaten anyone with a weapon. The fuck? It's the justifications for it. I feel like, how can you justify something like that? There's nothing to defend here. Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? There's nothing to defend. Brit was wrong. And that's just that. She was wrong. And the people that feel like she wasn't wrong are wrong too. I mean, and this is coming from a person that is never really on Kenya's side like that. I'm never really on her side like that at all. Like, I've never been a Kenya fan at all. But when you right, you right. And when you wrong, you wrong. And this is one of the things that, and as for my moderators, y'all ain't got to block her. Y'all ain't got to time her out. Let her talk amongst herself, because we can all ignore her ass. Like, we ain't got to do all that. Like, let her speak her piece. Let her have her flawed ass opinion. She can have that. Everybody is allowed to have their opinion. Let me just put that out there. But however, my thing is this. I ain't never been no Kenya stan. But the thing about me as a YouTube vlogger or a content creator or reality reviewer or whatever, I'm always going to be on the side of right, whether I like you or not. And Brit was not on the side of right in this situation. She was not. And anybody that thinks otherwise is crazy to me. How you going to sit up here because somebody called you a peasant? That means you got to pull out a weapon, or say you're going to pull out a weapon? Make it make sense, because it don't. Brit was the aggressor. She was being aggressive. She was saying threatening, having threatening conversation. You ain't gonna never threaten me. What K Michelle said, let me find that clip. Cause ain't no way. You ain't never finna threaten me. You ain't gonna never threaten me, boo-boo. This is why people are upset. My bad, put in the wrong name. This is why people are upset with the production team, because it's like, how you gonna fire Kenya or suspend her, but you didn't do anything to Brit? How she still able to film? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, where we go? Hold on, wait. Is this the right one? Here we go.
Never gonna threaten me, boo-boo. You not never gonna walk up on me. I never gonna threaten me, boo-boo. You not never gonna walk up on me. Thanks, why you throw that candle? Cause why you throw that candle? You not never gonna threaten me, boo-boo. You not never gonna walk up on me. Girl, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You heard K Michelle? You ain't never gonna threaten me. You ain't never gonna threaten me, boo-boo. Ever. If you say you gonna me, I believe you. If you say you're gonna put your hands on me, I believe you. And I want you to try it. And the thing that really gets me with this whole Kenya and Brit situation is that the people that are trying to justify what Brit did wants to go all the way back to things that Kenya did in past seasons as if that is relevant to what happened in that episode. What Kenya did in the past has nothing to do with a person talking about they gonna pow them, or they got this and they got that and they'll do this and they'll do that and all this other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Please. And some of the same people that's trying to justify what Brit did with some of Kenya's past actions are the same people that don't have a problem with Porsha putting her hands on Kenya, that didn't have a problem with Porsha putting her hands on Jamie, that Porsha had no problem with Porsha putting her hands on Cynthia, had no problem with Phaedra having a stun gun at the reunion, threatening Kenya with the stun gun, had no problem with Phaedra making up lies about people, saying that they were trying to somebody, had no problem with that. But then if somebody bring up the shit that Porsha did, Phaedra did in the past, then motherfuckers will be so motherfucking mad. But yeah, you want to bring up some shit. Folks want to bring up shit that Kenya did over a decade ago to justify what Brit just did in 2024. None of that is going to change the fact that Brit was in the goddamn wrong in this situation. The easiest thing to say is, easiest thing that people are saying is that Kenya has provoked people. Kenya can provoke people. Kenya can do the King. Yeah, that's true. Kenya has provoked people in the past. Kenya can provoke folks. Kenya can be an ass. Kenya can be a bitch when she wants to. That is all true. But what did she do here that justified anything that Brit did in this scene? What did she do here? Who did she provoke here? I'm waiting. Can you tell me? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. Can you tell me? And no, I'm not subbing on YouTubers. I promise you I'm not. I don't even know. I'm talking about what I see on Twitter and all this other shit. Like, I'm never gonna sub any of my fellow YouTubers. Please know that I support too many people and I'm friends with too many people to sub them. And one thing about it, if I felt any kind of way about anything that a YouTuber would say, you already know that I say their name. Y'all already know that. So y'all already know that I don't even do that. If I disagree, I say it just like that. Because if you want me to be honest, I did watch Binge Worthy video and I didn't agree with shit he said. I never agree with Binge Worthy most of the time, and I don't agree with House of Aaron either. And that's my friend, but y'all know we don't never agree on nothing. So no, I'm not shading nobody. I'm reading comments like everybody else, and I'm just seeing how people are sitting here really trying to make it seem like what Kenya did long ago is the reason why Brit is doing what she's doing. It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. Exactly. She acting like she Renee and Big Ange and damn Drita and damn Karen. If you want to do threats like that, you can do threats like that on Mob Wives, because that's just what they do. You can't do that on the Housewives of Atlanta. You can't do that, girl. You just can't. This is not a show that you do that shit on. And like I said, I just never understand how anybody in the world could feel like Brit is in the right for any of this shit, because she is not right for none of it. Okay, she is not right for any of it. Period. She ain't right, and she ain't gonna never be right. If I gotta get on live every goddamn day this week and talk about this shit, you know I will. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm proud. Look, now, don't y'all get up in here and start dragging Binge Worthy now, because you know I'm cool with him now. We ain't the best of friends and shit, but y'all know that I'm cool with Binge Worthy. But now me and Aaron is a different situation. Now, you know that's my brother. But don't be up in here dragging down one of them. I ain't gonna allow it. Now, although I don't agree with a goddamn thing they said in that motherfucking video, and just like I told Benchworthy, why y'all didn't invite me to the set so I can shake this motherfucking shit up? Why y'all didn't invite me? Because y'all know we're gonna turn that motherfucker out if you invited me. But don't do that to them though. Like, don't shade them. Don't do that to them now. I can't now. I ain't gonna allow y'all to come up in here and do my people like that now. Y'all know I fuck with them. But we should do a video with us three. But you know, this is probably just gonna be me and Aaron though. But you know, because we already talked about doing something during the season. But I just feel like this. It's crazy how everything went down and stuff like that. Now we don't like them. You ain't gotta like. Oh, listen, let me just say this before I go. Let me just say this. You ain't gotta like now one of them. You don't. That's your opinion. You ain't gotta like them, but you know that y'all know that I hang with them. More so Aaron, but I hang with them. You know, they're my friends. So I can't have y'all dragging them in my chat, and I see it now. It's different if I just did like a pre-recorded video and y'all was saying what y'all was saying in the comments and I ain't see it right there, but it's different. It hits a little different when I'm live and I see y'all doing it now. Y'all can have whatever energy you like, whatever opinion you want to have about them, but they're my people. They're my folks. Like I said, even though I don't agree with shit they saying. But I think we need to have more conversations about this. I think I'm going to, talk to a couple of other YouTubers and do like different like panel discussions on this situation. Like of course, there's because I see a lot of people with various opinions. Like I see Aaron and Benchworthy, they got their opinions. I see Erica and Rodney, they got their opinions. I see Color Me Pink, she got hers. What else is going on? She got hers. Like, I think that I should do that probably the week that this episode comes out. Like, I think I should do something with everybody. I think I should do something with everybody. That's just me though. Like I love, y'all know I love to collaborate with other YouTubers and stuff. Y'all know that. So, but this is about all that I got for today, y'all. This is all I got for today. Y'all might have another video today before the Beverly Hills panel, something like that. We'll probably have more things to talk about then. Like, I'm gonna look and see what's going on. But other than that, this is all that I got. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We almost had 600 people up here, so I really appreciate you guys stepping in, tuning in. And DB, you right, I do got to go catch up on Beyond the Gates because I haven't seen that one episode this week. As a matter of fact, my food just got here, so I'm gonna go and get my food. I'm gonna watch it while I eat my food. But yeah, y'all, this is all I got for y'all today. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the show because I enjoyed doing it. I'm glad I went on and got up and did it. With that, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys later. Be sure to subscribe. Bye.